Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, a lot going on over New Year. So we're going to cover a bunch of the events. I'm going to do some summons as well to try and unlock the Deck of Fate. And generally, we're going to talk about summoning events which are coming as well as these other tournaments and stuff. Because there is definitely a time where you should pull shards if you're a newer player. Okay, 100%. A time where you should be pulling shards. So I'd like to thank Watcher of Realms for sponsoring this video. I do have my own Watcher of Realms YouTube channel, which I do regular updates on, regular videos. That will be linked down below. And you can download this game with my link down below as well. It really helps my channel out. Guys, Watcher of Realms are doing some crazy stuff over New Year's. They've already been doing this kind of like cool boss challenge mode. I've been fighting my way through the second one, and it is super fun, actually. Really, really cool. Different mechanics. This is what watchers do for events. So I've squeezed an A+, probably means I'm in about the top 20-ish%, I'd say, of players. Really wanting to get an S, but there will be a new boss rush, which starts over this weekend as well. And over New Year's, we're going to have different summoning events in the mix as well. You get one legendary, you get one free. That's happening over this weekend, Friday and Saturday. We've also got get a unique legendary with your summon for New Year's Eve special. That's the first time they've ever done this in Watcher of Realms. And then there's going to be 3 new heroes added in a special summon event as well with the Ancient Summoning event. That is going to be Pelagios, which is kind of like a Poseidon, Lukin, AoE, true damage beast. We've also got Uridin, who does magic damage, which is quite unique in the game as well. And then the last one here is a new Lord. This is a Lord which gives you the rest of the people from this faction increased damage and increased rage, which gets their ults back quicker. So yeah, lots of cool new heroes that have been added to Watchers. Really, really sweet. We've also got a nice, juicy code for you guys. So this is a personal code for me. In settings, in redeem code, and we have got Hell Hades 2024 HNY. Happy New Year, and grab yourself a nice Brucey bonus to set up the year. And that's going to be 100 diamonds for everybody who puts that code in. Download it now if you want to, guys. There will be a link down below where you can download it from. You can literally play it on any device that you like. And yeah, I really, really love this game. Anyway, back to the video. Let's have a look here. So we've got a new thing that's literally just dropped. A Torm in the Cold Perfect Soul event, a champion training tournament. So for anyone who's just picked up their Torment throughout this month, there's now a chance to also unlock up to 4-star Perfect Soul, depending on your levels. I would guess most people that have been doing this might be level 51 and above, so a 4-star. If you don't have Torment in your champion collection, you'll receive other valuable rewards instead. So it looks to see if you've got Torment, I guess. And if it's not there, then you get something else. I'd love to know what that is, by the way. Drop us a message down below what you've got in yours. Okay, let's have a look. I was coming tomorrow. So from tomorrow, you're going to be able to upgrade champions to win the soul. Upgrading champions is probably the best way to do it to actually have a good chance. Yeah, because actually, they're generally quite easy to do. Yeah, and so that's good. That's good. At least it's not like pull more souls to get a soul or pull more shards. Everything's about shards. I would actually be up for that. A 4-star Torment is a big upgrade to my Torment as a 1-star. So I would be down for that. You know, if you can guarantee yourself a soul, a good level soul for a legendary, it's just massively different now that there's a load of content where you either need high level souls to stay alive, or if you're doing like arena stuff, then high level souls really makes a massive difference for your account. So that's actually pretty cool. Well done, Raid. That's actually not a bad one. This is the main thing I wanted to look at today was the New Year Deck of Fate. So we have got the normal kind of like 1,000 to flip a card event. What we've got here, 8x5. So 40 cards, you need 40,000 points. And what they're saying is you can win enough fragments for this new legendary. Literally so new that I think it might still be on the test server. But Gwyndolin the Silent, firstly, what a cool looking legendary, right? It's kind of like owl look with the double scythe type weapons. Good job on that. So 102 speed, good defense, good attack at 1500 and 15,855 HP. So the main stats all make a lot of sense. Let's have a look. Triple hitter, each hit Books up to 50% chance to extend all debuffs. Actually a very good A1 for Clan Boss, honestly. For someone who's just going to continuously extend debuffs. If you've got loads of debuffs on, she can actually just like throw them on for longer. So this is a great Clan Boss style champion just for this. Literally, you would turn everything else off. Just use this. But she's also bringing, what's this? Books to 100% chance of decreased speed and leech on an AoE. Also places decreased accuracy on enemies that have got 2 or more debuffs. So if we're talking about that Clan Boss reign again, the only one there you want is leech. She won't apply decreased speed, so she's not going to waste a spot there. She will apply decreased accuracy, and it actually doesn't matter. You can't resist anything that the Clan Boss does. But the leech is actually good. So she's debuff extender that will keep your team alive with leech. I like that a lot for people that are coming up through Clan Boss. Take it on to what she's probably more meant for. This is an extremely strong Hydra ability. 3-turn cooldown, giving you leech, decreased speed, and decreased accuracy in Hydra is massive. It's also pretty good for Fire Knight, honestly. Triple hits, leech, decreased speed, decreased accuracy on Fire Knight is pretty good. It's pretty good for Dark Fae. There's a lot of areas where this many debuffs and debuff extension are going to be solid. And then we've got another AoE. So 2 AoE hits before attacking, places increased accuracy for 2 turns. Books up to 100% chance of stealing all block debuffs. This is the one I was a bit like, it seems a bit wonky, honestly. But anyway, 100% chance if booked of stealing all block debuffs from all enemies. The good thing about this is block debuffs is the only thing that's going to stop you doing the rest of your kits and from everyone else doing the rest of your kits. If at least 1 block debuff was stolen from the enemy, places block debuffs on all allies. Okay, that's cool as well, but it's only for 1 turn. But that's kind of okay. Yeah, I don't know. It almost feels like she needs another turn. Almost like if she steals block debuffs, goes again and does this, honestly. But still, it's a good swing. Increase accuracy for you. Decrease accuracy on the enemy. It's a pretty cool swing. This champion's crit damage increases by 1% for every 10 points of accuracy they've got. Grants an extra turn after this champion uses any 3 skills. That's kind of interesting as well. That does make her a little bit more tricky to speed tune into a Clan Boss team. Any extra turn mechanic can be tricky. I don't know if Saf's already kind of looked at this or whatever, but definitely would be more difficult to do an actual speed tune team because of this. But it will be doable. You just need to factor that in. But damn, actually, like solid. So she won't, let's say, go back to that Clan Boss thing. She was not going to be stealing any block debuffs. So this ability has got less impact. Increased accuracy is nice, though, for your team if you need it. Right? Perhaps you don't need it. You just turn this skill off and just do this and this. If you're doing Clan Boss, you could even just open with this, the decrease, the leech ability, and then just get her to use A1 for the rest of the fight. Because you should, as long as you've got other debuffs out there, you should just keep this, all debuffs up all the time. Because it's each hit. So I literally think you would forget the A3 on that situation for Clan Boss, and you would just go A2 into A1s. And I think it would be a phenomenal skill. Accuracy in all battles as well, so it could be a leader for you. I think this is a great hero, honestly. I think it's a good pick from Ray to throw it into the deck of fate. So let's just check out the reward stuff here then. So outside of her, a couple of legendary books in the normals and a couple of 5-star chickens. Outside of that, it's kind of trashy, honestly. And then you've got the hot luck stuff here. How do we get points? Getting artifacts and stuff is probably a no-go. It's basically a shard pool event, I think. Let's have a look. If you wanted 40,000 points from getting artifacts, let's say you were farming hard stage 6. Yeah, hard stage 6. So you get a decent amount of legendary pieces. Let's say you get, on average, 17 points a run. That's probably higher than you do get, honestly. You would need to do like 2,300, 2,400 runs to do that. So times that by, what, 20 energy, is it, roughly? That's a lot of energy, yeah? It's doable, don't get me wrong, it's doable, but it's a lot of energy. So if we wanted to get her through shard pulling, obviously it's 20 sacred shards. They've done guaranteed legendaries before for 21. They've also done them as low as 15. I guess you could do a mixture of some sacreds, some gear farming. Let's see what it is on primals, because primals is quite an interesting one. 50 primals, and they've actually got a ×2 chance to get mythical champions through primals right now. So that could end up being, it's almost like a, why wouldn't you use your primals type of event? If you're going to get there, you need to work out the numbers for you. 350 per void. So that's about 100, right? About 100, just over 100 voids. 114 void shards for that guaranteed legendary. It's quite a lot for that. Feels quite high. Again, if you're using a blend, it's whatever. And ancient shards have taken a bit of a dive again. 300 ancients for that legendary. It's just not even worth thinking about. But you could use mystery shards as a top-up. Yeah, at 1 point a shard. So I guess this might be my first expenditure for this month. 7 for 29.99. 4.28 per primal for that with a bonus one. So it probably works out about £4 a primal. Still a bit over what I'd do, honestly, but it's much closer. Like, kind of getting closer. What's that? 15, 25, 29 primals there. That would get me most of the way. I need to get this champion to show you this champion anyway. And then you've got here a good value pack on voids. So let's talk quickly before I do any shard pulling. Let's talk about the different events that are running. So we've got today Supreme, Kale, and Eurodrim, both decent but not crazy good. You can choose here Theodore and Calvalax. Damn, these two are both really solid. Venomage, really solid. So that's quite good. There's also, let me just show you this or talk through this. There's a bunch of other shard events. And this is what I was saying, like know when to pull. So I'm just going to go through this because it is important for most people here. Tomorrow we're going to have Herndig, who's solid as a legendary. Trunda, who's solid as a legendary. And Acrizia, who's probably the best champion in the game. Probably the best. So if you're doing voids and you don't have Acrizia is when you do it. That's tomorrow. At the same time for epics tomorrow, they're kind of okay. Runekeeper Dazdurk, he's okay. Oh, he's pretty good. Grizzled Joel is okay, but old school now. Cornelia is good for like solo and Doom Tower stuff, but not the best for epics. The next day then, on Sunday, we've got Candy, very solid arena champ. Hefrak, very solid arena champ. And Leorius, who is a big arena champ. Really good champ on the voids. In the epics, we've got Royal Guard, still one of the most desirable epics in the game. We've got Tylesia, really good drop defense, really good Hydra champion. And we've got Whisper, who is Saf's favorite void epic. You should watch some HH Gaming Network videos and check out Whisper. I don't really use her, but Saf uses her a ton and makes her look extremely good. And then this is the day when I would say on Monday, the 1st of January, where a lot of people probably should consider pulling void shards, because in the epic category, there is Maneater. So if you're not going to gamble on Acrizia, obviously epics are much easier to get. Maneater unlocks Clan Boss for unkillable teams. And that's going to be on Monday. So unfortunately, the rest of the champions, I mean, they're not really as solid. So if you were to wait for this, you would pick up Bellatar Mage Slayer, who is, in my opinion, kind of very average for a void legendary. So if I cannot do Clan Boss right now, I still think I'd want to go after Maneater for voids, because Acrizia is great. She's not going to unlock an unkillable team for you, which is the best way to get into Clan Boss. Who else do we have in there? Other than that, there's Priestdawn. Anyway, Metallic Priestdawn's okay. Vodoff, who's very good for normals. Yeah, so you've got your Vodoff, probably the best epic tank in the game. And then Truath and Deathbell for the non-void legendaries. Both okay, nothing too crazy. So lots of different shard events going down. You can do primals whenever you want, obviously. And I'm going to do mine today so I can show you this champion. But if I cannot do Clan Boss yet, I'm getting Maneater. If I can, I'm going to try my luck on Acrizia. If I'm just like calling it out there for void stuff, obviously do what else you want to do. But there's a lot of options. Okay, I mean, I've broken my I've never spent on Primal Shards Duck. There you go. There goes $100. So we've got 40 Primal Shards. What's that going to give me in points? 40 wasn't quite enough, was it? 40 times 800. They give me 32k worth of points. So let's do it. I've never pulled a prime. Oh, no, I did. I pulled my whatever I had, 10 odd Primal Shards when there was a 2 times last time. I don't even know if there's a mercy system, honestly, on Primals. Is there? Is there a mercy system? There is. After 200 summons, it kicks in. So we're not going to be kicking into any mercy today. But yeah, I'd love to get my first ever mythical legendary. That's mythical champ. Let's see what happens. Obviously going to be a whole bunch of rares and epics along the way. Everything is enhanced though, so there is a higher chance to get epics and a higher chance to get legendaries. We got our first mythical. It's Frony. Oh man, that's probably the worst one, is it? I think he's one of the worst ones. Is he? Is he the dwarf dude? Yeah, I think he's not the best. He's fun. He's very tanky, but he's not really the one I was after. I'll be honest with you there. Not really what we were looking for. I really wanted one of the just the big damage dealers. Anyway, first 10 pull picked up my first mythical. Okay, see what else goes on. Got Hatatsu, good champ. Candlestick head, no thanks. Benchy, decent as well. A few epics coming in. Pitiless one. Pity the fool that gets pitiless one. Law's decent. Dahlia's decent. Loads of epics, actually. Legendary. Vizier. Vizier is basically the original version of this legendary we're trying to pull with the 3-hitter, 50% chance to increase duration of debuffs. Brings a decreased attack. Very similar to the champion we're trying to get right now, but doesn't have a leech. Has decreased attack instead. So, was often in clan boss teams like back in the day. That's what we've got here. Actually, kind of as it shows, the odds are not bad on these Primal Shards if you've got some, but that's it. 40 done. So I need another 8. So I need to pull 4 Sacreds here. I don't want to waste any voids. I need to pull 4 Sacreds to top off the numbers. And then that way I can show you this new legendary. Hungerer, no thanks. Another epic. The Broodlord. Keep going. Okay, one more. Okay. So, was it worth it, you ask? Who knows? Who knows? But we can do the Deck of Fate. So we're going to try our luck. Let's see if it's the last flip that gets us this legendary. If it is, then we're talking Scam Town. Some fragments here. Some more. We're trying to get 3 in a row. I never get 3 in a row, the good stuff. It's not bad, though, actually. For 3 greens, bit of energy. Another 3 greens. Okay. My lucky day. 2 legendary books in as rare pieces. Actually kind of good. Actually kind of good. 2 legendaries nice and early. 3 greens in a row. Some soul stones, not bad. How many fragments are we up to here? 10, 20, 30, 35 so far. 40, 45. So we're getting close to doing this. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 so far. Not looking good. 5 more. If this is more fragments, this is looking pretty bad for raid. Because it just means that it's coded to be the last one you flip. Which is not a good look, raid. It's not a good look. Every time I've seen anyone do the whole grid, it's always been the last one that you flip, which means that you've coded it that way. What are you doing, raid? What are you doing? Let some people get it early and be like, wow, I only had to do 30 flips or whatever. Okay, let's get So, next video today is going to be a test of Gwyndolin. Watch out for it. I've been Hell Hades. Good luck if you're in the mix of this, and I'll see you soon.